let's see, Crystal came about 7 or 8 years ago. She was pregnant with her third baby. She had already had 2. She was a great mother. She wanted to keep her baby, raise her baby, but she was, I think, a little bit stressed. We really just kind of jumped in and helped Crystal. She was one of our first that the whole team just kind of jumped in and helped her with kids and helped her with, some needs, and helped her find just different things in the community that would benefit her and the kids, because we do happen to deal with unplanned pregnancy, and they're not always just unplanned because they're unplanned. Sometimes they're from tragic events that happened to us.
I know I gave my parents a hard time when I was a teenager. I was a good kid though. I got good grades, and I started working when I was 14 and helped pay the bills, and my mom was a single parent and things were hard, and started working, and I was just ready to be on my own. So I moved into my first apartment, and like the next day I found out I was pregnant. And I was still in high school. I was just a couple months away from graduating, and graduated and just kept saving up money and had a baby. When Zachary was about a year old, I met my future husband. We got married, and about a month later found out we were pregnant with Genesis. My husband, Genesis' dad, wanted to move to Mexico. He was originally from Mexico, and I wanted to, do that, go with him. So we did. And we had struggled a lot in our marriage. We were kind of off and on, together and not together the whole time. And so things weren't any better in another country. So things didn't work out, and I came back with Zachary and Genesis in 2012, and we were homeless. We moved in with my parents, and actually I had to leave Genesis there for a couple of months. Her dad didn't want me to bring her, so I had to leave her. And I was at a super, super low point. When I came back, I had a pair of flip-flops, and I didn't have a car, I didn't have anything, and I trusted this guy. At first, he made me just feel loved, loved that my family didn't really show me, and that my husband didn't show me, and I was still married, but we started seeing each other. It made my family really mad, and I moved out and moved in with this guy. At first I thought, he really likes me. He is in love with me. He wants to help me. He bought me a pair of shoes. He gave me a car. I did get my daughter back after a couple months, so I had both of my kids, and we moved in with him. He bought furniture and just all kinds of things that we needed, and I didn't recognize a lot of red flags. So he wanted to have sex when it wasn't a good time. I knew that there was a possibility of pregnancy, and I told him no, and he didn't care. And I got pregnant. When I found out I was pregnant, he had started being emotionally abusive, and he was sexually abusive, and I knew that I needed to talk to somebody. I needed help. I wanted to get away from him, but I didn't see how I was gonna do that at the time. I had heard a little bit about the pregnancy center, just as a resource from a previous job, and so I called them and made an appointment. That was early 2013. I was still with my abuser, and I got pregnant again, and it was not consensual again. And at that time, I knew I was in college. I was really trying to get away from this awful guy. And when I found out that I was pregnant again, it really devastated me this time. And I really contemplated having an abortion. And I spoke to the staff at the pregnancy center, and I told him, even though I knew that it wasn't a good choice, I was still debating it, and I wanted to talk to them about that. And there was no judgment felt. They prayed with me, and they talked to me about the options, and I was able to make my choice, and I chose to continue my pregnancy and have another child. Even though I knew it would be hard, I knew that they were there to help me through those obstacles. Throughout my whole journey, I've lost hope a lot, and they always brought it back. Yeah, there's so many just barriers, and so many times I was very discouraged and just ready to give up, and they brought the hope back, really. Yeah. I would want someone to know that no matter where you are, there is help for you, and there are people that are willing to listen to you and help you figure out where you're at in that journey and help you find resources. And just to know that no matter what the situation is, it's gonna be okay, and like, you can do it, you know, you can overcome the situation.